Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Inside Gators Basketball with Todd Golden, presented by UF Health. With Gators head coach Todd Golden, I'm Sean Kelley. The Gators are streaking right now. They've won 5 in a row overall and find themselves in a first-place tie in the Southeastern Conference at 5-1. And, Coach, the home win streak's up to 16 overall, 10 straight against SEC opponents. These are all great things to talk about for the Gators right now. If you were to take this 5-game chunk, all wins, what starts to really stand out for you?
Well, I feel like we're finally in a spot where we're putting it all together for the most part. There's still plenty of areas where, we want to continue to get better. Obviously, shooting the basketball from the perimeter is the hot topic that everybody wants to talk about with our team. But it was really, all the other areas we're defending at a much better level. We're continuing to clean the glass on both the offensive and defensive boards. And the area that I think is really, let us raise our level is we're taking care of the basketball a lot better. We're one of the best ball handling teams in regards to our turnover rate since conference play started. And I think all those things combined, with our ability to, as we talked about, get second chance opportunities has allowed us to go on this streak.
Coach mentioned the three-point shooting. It's still just under 29% overall for the season. It is still dead last in Power 4 conferences, but yet there's this healthy number. Points per game, on pace here perhaps to break the record you set 2 seasons ago. So, yes, you're not shooting the three well, but you're still scoring at a proficient rate.
Yeah, well, the fortunate thing for us is three-point shooting is just a small part of the big puzzle that makes good basketball. And, we want to be elite in every area, but for this team specifically, I do believe we'll continue to shoot it better, but I don't know if we're ever going to be elite. Again, big picture-wise, this team's great on the glass. I think the best rebounding team in America. Like we talked about, doing a much better job taking care of the basketball, defending at a top 20 rate right now. So if we can continue to be good in these areas that don't require talent, it's going to mask, our inability to shoot really high percentage from the three-point line.
Those gaudy rebounding numbers have led to a number 1 ranking in second chance points along the way. One guy that's cleaning up on second chance and cleaning up, period, is the SEC Player of the Week and now the Oscar Robertson National Player of the Week. That's Ruben, Coach. 4 straight double-doubles, not just double-doubles, gaudy, monstrous numbers in that stretch.
He's been fantastic, and I think the great thing for Ruben is he's been a huge part of our success since he arrived 2 years ago on campus. He was a big part of last year's success, but I would always call him the unsung hero because he did things that didn't show up in the box score. He would be setting screen assists offensively. He would cover guys up around the rim defensively. He was great in his ball screen coverages, just things that don't necessarily show up in the box score. But now, fast forward to this year, the stats are piling up. The rebounds are there every night. The points, averaging close to 19 a game, I think, over these last 4 games at an incredible efficient rate. His usage going through the roof. Now, finally, nationally, I feel like people are starting to understand just how important he is to our team.
Yeah, 12 wins now, by the way, by 13 or more points for the Gators. And there was another 7-point possession in the most recent game against LSU. Coach, a couple things about the makeup of the team and where and who is contributing. We're starting to get into a good situation where who's to step up tonight?
Yeah.
Finding different guys to lead the way. Is that a healthy sign?
Absolutely. I feel like a big part of this success is also due to the fact that Isaiah Brown has come on and really started playing some really good and consistent basketball. We've been able to extend our rotation to 8 in conference play. Isaiah's been a plus in pretty much every game. It's also allowed us to get more rest for Kondo, more rest for Tommy, got our rotations comfortable. And, him coming on last couple games, hits 2 threes in each game. He's getting on the glass. He's doing a lot of winning things off the bench. And when the score goes the right way, when your bench guys are in, that's generally a good sign for your team.
Coach, one thing that opens the door for those kind of guys to make a contribution is the way that teams are defending or working against Condon and Houck. Mm-hmm. What have been the similarities there in what you're seeing now through a breadth of games as far as how they're being guarded and how those guys need to overcome that?
Well, again, a big part of our jump over these last couple of weeks is we've been able to find those guys specifically, along with Ruben, give them the basketball in more scoring areas where there are more threats and teams are just having to make decisions. Do we guard these guys one-on-one and allow them to take their time and use as many dribbles as they want to get close to the basket? I don't think that's a good formula. Many of our opponents don't believe that is also. So now we're starting to have to go against double teams. I don't think you can double team Alex Condon or Tommy Houck. They have great feel. They're great passers. They have great court vision. And when you do that and we get the ball out, now we're playing advantage, disadvantage on the backside, which has been really good for us as well.
Let's get to up next year with Todd Golden, presented by UF Health. The homestand continues on Saturday. It's a rematch of the Final Four. Auburn will be in town for a sold-out 4 o'clock tip-off. Stephen Pearl will be here, almost your best friend, if not the best friend. And he'll be coaching against him head-to-head for the first time this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I've been fortunate enough to coach against people that I care about for a long time. You know, when I was at San Francisco, Randy Bennett and I had to match up and come in here, obviously getting to compete against Bruce. But now this one's a little different with Steven. We've grown up together, known each other since we were, 18 years old. And it's going to be a little different looking down the sideline, seeing him down there. But it's unfortunate, but he knows, once this game gets rolling, we're not taking any prisoners. We're going to do everything we can to go get these guys.
How do you make it fresh against a guy who probably knows what your first, second, and third thoughts are?
Yeah, well, it's great in the sense of it's going to always just be about us, doing what we do. We always respect our opponent, but we're not necessarily worried about them as much as us being in whole in what we do, defending, rebounding, take care of the ball, and making sure we compete the right way on our home floor.
Who is Auburn this year? What have you noticed?
I think they're really talented. They're a team that's played a lot of close results. They've beat some really good teams. They lost to Houston by a bucket, beat St. John's comfortably out there in Vegas, and have had some really tight contests in league play. When you look at the numbers again analytically and adjust for opponents, they're one of the top 5 teams in the league so far. So we got to do a really good job in here on Saturday.
All right, 2 of the next 3 at home. This has been Inside Gators Basketball with Todd Golden, presented by UF Health.